What's up, good people, and welcome back to my channel where we bond over our favorite TV shows, trending topics, and everything in between that we care about. So today I am back with a reaction video, something that was trending like a week or so ago, and some of you may have already seen it, but you guys know how I am. I'm usually late to the party. So I've had a few days off from recording and putting out videos, and so I kind of needed this to get my creative juices going a little bit. So I was like, let me give you guys a little something to let you know I'm still around. And the other stuff I'm working on is a little bit more in depth than this, so kind of needed a couple extra days, just to be honest. So I wanted to just bring this to you guys. Please remember to like this video below to help us grow. So with that, as I stated before, this video has gone viral. It is regarding a lady who claims to have rented out a room in her house via Airbnb, and now she has a house guest who will not leave. So for those of you who may not have yet seen this, let's watch this and then I'll give my commentary on the back end.
Don't trust no Airbnbs, okay? So, I can't even talk right now. I'm so pissed off. I didn't even know this shit could happen, but this shit is real and this shit is really going on. Goddamn, I caught myself trying to find a way to goddamn pay off my mortgage a little better, a little quicker or whatever. So I put this ad out or whatever saying I was looking for someone to sublease one of the rooms in my house or whatever. It was gonna be supposed to be like this real smooth transaction or whatever. Went on vacation or whatever. The person was supposed to be gone 3 days prior to my return. So I'm talking to my housekeeper or whatever, XYZ. She's like, yo, that person is still here in your house. What do you mean they're still in my house? It's supposed to be gone. So when I get back and touch down in the city, this is still here in my house, okay? Refusing to leave. So I didn't know what to do. I'm used to this shit. So I go down and I do there you go, y'all.
Her walking across.
Straight to the kitchen.
I ain't going nowhere. So deal with it.
On top of her ass just intruded into my home, she disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've been trying to do the right way. I done went down there and got the all the paperwork that I need to do to get her ass evicted out my house, whatever. But that shit is a process. I have to go through protocols and all the other stupid legal blase bull. And then I just the police just left my house, and I'm like, get this out my house. They're like, oh, she's a tenant now. She's a tenant. There's nothing. You and the police, okay?
My door. That's all I know.
Your door. This is my house. How about you get the out of my house? How about that's what you do? How about you get the out of my house? How about you get the out of my house? How about you get?
Okay, so that was actually part one of 2 parts to this. I have some thoughts. I want you guys to comment below. What do you think about this situation? Because I will say that from the first part alone, I started to say, this sounds a little sus. A little sus. I wasn't really 100% buying it. It wasn't quite making sense. Like, you have turned your house into an Airbnb, but she's renting a room. It just didn't quite sound like all the pieces were connecting. And then her saying that she had called the police, or she went through all of the processes with the paperwork, basically having to file eviction paperwork. And then she was saying that the police had just left her house, which wasn't quite making sense, because if she's filed eviction paperwork, she already knows that the police can't put the lady out at this point. So anyway, let's get into part 2 and then we'll continue.
Slam the door.
Shit, oh, shit. Excuse me, you can record all you want. All you want, but I ain't going nowhere, okay? So deal with it.
This is what I'm dealing with, y'all. Airbnb. So don't trust it. Don't do that. Make sure you know exactly who the you let into your house, because it is some freeloading motherfuckers who would just use you. Out my house. And then I call the goddamn police and she's a tenant. She's a tenant. There's not no tenant in my house. What you mean? This is supposed to goddamn be gone. That's what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be gone. The fuck? Is this
Call the police. Call the police, because I ain't going nowhere. Don't touch that door or I'm calling the police on you. And they're going to arrest you.
all that? Did you just... Are you smoking in my house? Are you... This...
Yeah. Now I hate that it cut off because it looked like she was getting ready to get up. But I'm not buying that. It's not all the pieces aren't adding up. It seemed kind of scripted where she's coming out mysteriously while this lady is on her live, I guess, or recording, whatever she's doing. And so the lady then comes out, goes to the kitchen. I don't know what she did. I wasn't paying that deep of attention. But then she comes out of the kitchen, goes to the bedroom, and then she follows her. But then she comes out of the bedroom and goes to sit at the dining room table to smoke a cigarette. All within less than a minute or two. It's kind of like they were playing that, in my opinion. It seems like they were playing that up for, you know, this whole skit of whatever. And I'm sure that she knew that this potentially would go viral. And then the other thing that I was thinking about is if this woman was in fact a house guest from hell or an Airbnb person who would not leave, why does she pixelate and blur out her face? Like, wouldn't you want to just put her on blast? Like, if she's harassing you in your own home and making it very uncomfortable, why are you giving her enough respect to blur out her face? So, you know, that wasn't adding up to me as well. And then the fact that she's putting Airbnb's name on this particular situation, and if it is a made up story so that it could go viral in some kind of skit, her saying don't F with Airbnb wouldn't be a good look for her, because in my opinion, that could be defamation. Like, they could come after her. Now, I do know that I have heard of stories like this where people have said that they've had Airbnb guests who then overstayed and became squatters. I have heard stories like that before. Also, another thing, and it's kind of related but not related, where I've been seeing more stories of, and here it's kind of rampant in California, where people, homeowners who have vacant homes, like a house for sale or something like that, or a house that hasn't been occupied in a minute, they're starting to have squatters going into these homes and either living there and then they're locked into having to evict them. Or in some cases, people are creating scams around these vacant homes by acting like they're the landlord, changing the locks, acting like they're the landlord, and then leasing out the property to someone and collecting first month's rent and security deposits, etc., having people move in for that person to then find out that the person they leased it from doesn't even own the property and that it was all a scam. But then the homeowner is the person who's stuck on the hook trying to get rid of the person who was scammed, get them out of their property. So it's a mess. So whether this viral story is true or not, it is still a cautionary tale to be mindful. I do know that Airbnb has certain policies, you know, kind of built in for people to leave when they're supposed to leave. But, you know, Airbnb also, and all these, you know, Vrbo, Airbnb, you know, their hands are tied. They can only do so much. So I don't know. But anyway, I saw this, and when I saw it, I was kind of squinting, like, it just didn't feel 100% real. And as I started to see other people posting it and commenting on it, I was starting to say, okay, I'm not the only one looking at this side-eye, like, you know, what she's saying is not making sense. You know, one minute she's saying Airbnb, one minute she's saying renting a room. I do think, I'm pretty sure that Airbnb does do bed and breakfast as well, like rentals, like you can stay in, you know, somebody's house who does a bed and breakfast kind of thing. But for the most part, most of us who have stayed in them, we're used to having the entire home. Or, you know, I've stayed at places where the homeowner may lock off the master bedroom, you know, if they have a couple of them or whatever. But for the most part, these are homes where you have full access to the home. And it sounds like she was saying the person was renting the room only for whatever given amount of time. But I don't know, just wanted to come to you with this quick little video, show you this for those of you who haven't seen it. Let me know your thoughts below about this particular video, and have you heard of any situations with, you know, these squatters taking advantage of homeowners and landlords and stuff. And God knows, I've lived it. Being a landlord, trust me, I've had some stories. One day I'll tell y'all, maybe on our Patreon or something. But anyway, with that, if you've made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button below to help us grow. Also, if you're new to this channel and you have not subscribed as of yet, or you're returning, this would be a great time to hit that subscribe button below. And with that, until next time, until I upload the next video, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.
Hey, poppin' like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rent do. Speak a little something that you're into. I ain't tryna hear about what you been through. Like hold up, say what's the hold up. I got the pack, who got the roll up? I'm tryna pull up. It seem like every time I show up, it gotta go up. See the drip, they see the glow up. Oh, now they know us. See, it's funny how my pockets out of shape, but I'm fit for the flex. Clear the phone call, hit my chick with a text. Parlay through the bird with my drip from the jets. Save a couple hundred by your with the rest.